My cousin's an idiot now, I'll tell you what. And this guy, I'd seen it on the news thing where some guy got kicked off the plane for being too fat, and he called and asked me to write a song about it. And I wrote it and sent it back to him there in a couple of hours, and then he called me back up, and he said, well, I ain't heard a word back from him. I said, from who? He said, that guy that you wrote the song about. I said, man, he ain't gonna call us back. So I don't think he thought it was too funny, but it turned out pretty good. Yeah, there ain't no wings on a pachyderm, you're too fat to fly. There ain't no wings on a barnyard pig, you're too fat to fly. And there ain't no wings on your big ass, and there ain't no wonder why. If you get on, I'm getting off, you're too fat to fly. Greyhound to get you there, you're too fat to fly. The bus tires will need extra air, you're too fat to fly. Who sold your big ass a ticket? Let's all kiss our ass goodbye. Old Butterball's gonna crash us all, you're too fat to fly. There's a boxcar on a circus train, you're too fat to fly. They'll hose you down if it don't rain, you're too fat to fly. them trapeze studs better grab their nut, no, the hose out your stall twice today. I pity that poor guy. Them trapeze studs better grab their nuts, you're too fat to fly. Yeah, if that don't work, sit on your thumb, you're too fat to fly. Tell them when they ask how come, you're too fat to fly. Now don't hold this against me. Hitchhike to Alabama, you big old ham with a banjo on your thigh. Till they throw some hay in the cargo bay, you're too fat to fly. All right. Oh, here we go. See if I can remember this. This came off of Brainerd Road too. I remember first time I got me a gig up there. Hell, I used to work down at Modern Maid in a stove factory, and so I'd be in bed pretty early, and then went on from there to my milkman career, my dairy career. Man, Doc, I'm telling you what, every housewife in North Georgia was after my ass. I'd leave that cottage cheese on there till it turned green. I was in too big a hurry to go picking, man, to check them dates, and they had something they called rotating, and I never quite got that concept. I just crammed more up there if it needed it. Oh, they'd be mad. They'd be waiting on me at the old red food store down there. But one time I got me a gig up there on Brainerd Road, and they put my name on the sign. And me and she was my wife at the time, the mother of my children, we drove by there, I bet you 50 times. And just looking, I couldn't believe it, man. And this old song come out of those days. It's called Bandanas Ain't Halos. Thanks for remembering that, Doc. It's hard to keep yourself together when you're coming apart at the seams. Busted down on Brainerd Road, choking down your broken dreams. You got 15 pounds of guitar dangling from your frame, just picking in them honky-tonks and bars, trying to make yourself a name. You take another sip and let it rip, close your eyes and sing it sweet. Did y'all come down to hear my song, or just to watch me bleed? Sometimes I wished I was an angel, flying far from the neon glow. But guitars ain't golden harps, and bandanas ain't halos. Lord, there ain't nothing near as lonely as a parking lot at 4 a.m. I saw Jesus in a phone booth and sit down and talk to him. He said that time is just a circle that's never quite complete. And right now, this very moment, is where the ends of eternity meet. Hey, you take another sip and let it rip. Close your eyes and sing it sweet. Did y'all come down to hear my song, or just to watch me bleed? Sometimes I wished I was an angel, flying far from the neon glow. But guitars ain't golden harps, and bandanas ain't halo. This old picking gets in your blood, you can't quit if you could. And nothing can kill the pain of seeing centuries in a second and oceans in a drop of rain. It's just one more rowdy old beer joint, one more sad song to play. It's like putting 6 bullets in a Colt 45 and trying to play Russian roulette. You take another sip and let it rip. Close your eyes and sing it sweet. Did y'all come down to hear my song, or just to crucify me? Sometimes I wished I was an angel, flying far from the neon glow. But guitars ain't golden harps, and bandanas ain't halo. Guitars ain't golden harps, and bandanas ain't halos. All right then, what are we gonna hear? This is for Dan, man. I remember as a barefoot child playing marbles in the dirt, eating white bread and greens for dinner, and licking honeysuckles for dessert. And chicken fights and flying kites and gigging frogs on Jenkins Pond. When Daddy was a younger man and Mama was a blonde. I recall the sounds of crickets chirping and the slamming of screen doors. Sitting up late by the radio, listening to Tommy Jet and baseball scores. And daffodils and whippoorwills and drinking Boone's Farm wine down in Uncle John's. When Daddy was a younger man and Mama was a blonde. Daddy was a younger man and Mama was a blonde. And the world was simple and life was just for fun. The hourglass was full of gold dust in 1971, when Daddy was a younger man and Mama was a blonde. I remember summer evenings catching lightning bugs in mayonnaise jars, poking holes in the tops so they could breathe, and pretending they were stars. And dandelions and kudzu vines and shooting blue jays with BB guns, when Daddy was a younger man and Mama was a blonde.